We welcome you into Banco ZK Arena for this 2A boys state title, East Poinsett County. The Warriors trying to go back-to-back, taking on the Tuckerman Bulldogs under the direction of Josh Longino in his 5th year. Looking forward to this opportunity. Justin Acree along with JB Brazil, and JB, should be a great matchup on paper. We just saw one in the 2A girls final, and I think we're going to get another good one here. Obviously, EPC's got a lot on the line. Maybe all the pressure on them trying to go back-to-back.
Yeah, and pressure is what they're going to do. Defensively, they're going to try to force up-tempo. It's how Tuckerman handles that. That's going to be the key.
Yeah, we're going to look at more into this game here coming up in just a moment. Let's take a timeout, and we will bring you this matchup. I guess we're going to take a look at the bracket first, though. Okay, sorry, guys. We are going to take a break. Pardon me. I thought we were going to hit the bracket first. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and we will bracket, find out how the teams got here, and we'll talk about some of the key players coming up as well. Stay with us. You're watching high school championship basketball right here on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
UAMS is a proud supporter of Arkansas PBS Sports. UAMS Health provides orthopedic and sports medicine care across Arkansas, supporting athletes and teams throughout the state. Find out more at umshealth.com.
All right, welcome back here to Banco ZK Arena. JB Brazil, Justin Acree going to take a peek here at our visitors and the Winrock starting lineup. And again, the Warriors, the defending champions. And there are your starting 5. Let's go in numerical order here. You got Doug Reel. Jazarius is his real name. They call him Doug. Not sure how they got there, but so be it. Quincy Perry Jr., Tyrus Reel, Jacob Gaines, and Ashton Reel. It's all about the Reels for East Poinsett County, and they are trying to come up with, again, back-to-back titles over at Tuckerman. The Bulldogs going to send out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. JB doesn't get a whole lot easier than that. Christian Ashley, Jordan Watson, Amari Neal, who's a guy we're going to talk a lot about today, Zeke Church and Andrew King. And looking forward to these guys in action today. Neal is their leading scorer on the season, 18 points per game. Let's take a look at how he got here to this state championship game here in Hot Springs. And JB, if you want to walk us through here, East Poinsett able to get over on Ozark Catholic, and that was a good starting point, kind of a challenge out of the gate.
Yeah, it didn't get a whole lot easier. 3-point win next round against Junction City. That was nip and tuck. They also edged out Cedar Ridge by 1 point. Now they got a chance, a rematch against Tuckerman. Should be a full lot of fun.
And for East Poinsett County, player to watch here, going to be Jacob Gaines, a 6'1 junior, 17 points a game for him. He averages 3.3 offensive rebounds a game, and this guy steps up big time in the big moments. Hit a jumper with 20 seconds left against Cedar Ridge to help his team get here and win that game by 1. He had 22 to lead his team in the semifinal.
And had a chance last year. He was the MVP of the whole thing. They got to do something, though. They got to guard their perimeter as a team and win the points in the battle in the paint there. Gaines is going to help with that, but they got a lot of playmakers.
And for the Tuckerman Bulldogs, again, Josh Longino in his 5th year, 28-16 on the season. And again, tough test out of the gate, 51-44 over Hackett, advancing on to beat Mariana 62-51. And then over Izard County, 55-47. In that game, we talked about Amari Neal. Why is he a key? He only had 37 in that one, Josh. Or JB, excuse me.
Well, you've been calling with Josh. Yeah, 37 points. He's committed to Georgia Southern. He's a facilitator, but he knows how to score. Only 5'9". He's actually from Ethiopia, was adopted. That guy can hoop.
6 assists per game, 5 rebounds per game as well. Not just a scorer. As we see the starting lineups finishing up on the introductions. And again, boy, Tuckerman, what a road to get here. That close call. And then East Poinsett County, even closer call. And, man, survived a 33-point performance from Kyle Province from Cedar Ridge in that 71-70 victory to get here, and they had a shot at the buzzer to win it. But East Poinsett County, what do winners do, JB? They win. They're back here again to try to do it all over again. Now, these two did match up earlier in the postseason on March 1st. It's a 56-52 win for Tuckerman, but I talked to Coach Thaxton this week for East Poinsett County. He said, frankly, he didn't think his guys were terribly motivated. It wasn't for a final. It wasn't a championship on the line, and he felt like they would lock in a little bit differently today with a championship stage.
That's right. This one means a little bit different. They've made it back-to-back in football as well. There's some athletes for EPC. Tuckerman, though, they're going to try to respond and keep it going.
It's going to be, it's like Kristen Ashley for the Bulldogs. Jumping center in those white uniforms and in the grays for EPC. Who we got out there? It's like Jacob Gaines, shocker. And they both whiffed on it, but it turns out to be EPC ball going left to right here and getting underway. Got the Jumpman logo uniforms. I guess when you're a state champion, you get nothing but the best. So you're going to get some nervous moments here early on, but EPC again, even if you're back-to-back, still got to be some nerves early on here with so much at stake. So closely guarded here defensively by the Bulldogs out of the gate. Warriors passed on a couple of open looks. Going to go across court here. There's a jumper from Quincy Perry Jr. in and out. Nice rebound diving in for Andrew King.
Yeah, good defensive box out too. Now you got to try to turn it into offense for Tuckerman.
So there's Neal. He'll back it out. Waving guys through, trying to direct traffic. He's going to drive behind the back into the lane. Spinner, jumper, you betcha. Wow. Amari Neal, lightning quick at 5'9". Another guy to keep an eye on today. Really great, inspiring story. Zeke Church, 6'2" sophomore. He's got his left arm only down to the elbow, and he has been a very productive player for them this year. 12 points a game.
Reminds you of Hansel Emmanuel at the Division I level, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, remarkable player. And there's a battle for a rebound. Nice block inside there by Andrew King, but EPC gets it back. They're going to feed it underneath. Layup up and good by big Doug Reel. And we remember him from the title game last year. We're like, who is this big fella? And he went to work. He came in a little bit later in the game, and he took over.
Boy, he's got a presence in the paint, right? Got him open. It's going to be tough on the backside. Makes it easy, too.
2-2, a minute and a half in here. And there goes Amari Neal again. Behind the back again. In the paint again. This time kicks it outside. Ashley will drive into the paint. Again, good recovery defensively by EPC. Neal gets it back. Boy, what a tough draw defensively. Got hit, bucket up, and one. Quincy Perry Jr., the sophomore, too much contact. And I'll tell you one thing you do not want to draw is the assignment on Amari Neal. He's got 4 quick points and a chance to get to 5.
Yeah, just a really good job. Not a bad defense either. Neal gets that off the foul, the and one, and that's what Tuckerman wants to do. Get downhill, get to the free throw line.
Well, you don't get points like he does and control the game like he does without being able to draw a couple of fouls either. My man, Josh Neighbors over there, he loves to talk about creating contact and being able to sell those fouls, and Neal definitely did a good job there, but there was definitely contact, kind of got undercut there by Perry.
Yeah, but he did a good job of getting plus position. He got his defender beat, and that led to that.
So largest lead early on here by 3, and there's a foul away from the ball. Andrew King going to get whistled for it. So EPC will take over again. Shot clock resets at 35, 5:57 to go. First foul of the game on King. Jacob Gaines waiting for that other star to go to work. Kicks it outside. And again, another pass on a shot there for Perry. He was a 30% three-point shooter. Going to take it to the baseline instead. Too strong. Good rebound inside. Turnaround jumper. That was blocked by Zeke Church. Nice job denying Ashton Reel. And now a scramble for it underneath. And we're going to get a jump ball. And that's going to go the way of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that effort from Church there timed it perfectly and gets the stuff.
Not a huge size advantage either way. Neither one of these teams with a ton of height. It's like 6'2" on one side, maybe 6'1" on the other side. So maybe 6'3", I guess. Reel is officially 6'3", but I don't know that he would measure up to that if you got the tape measure out. There's a save in. Nice job by Watson. And now Tuckerman will go back to work. And there goes that man again, Neal. Jumper. Too strong this time. Excellent rebound there by Andrew King. Gets him another shot. Out to Watson. Back to Neal. Working again. Inside. Up. Bucket. Good. Quincy Perry, like you said, doing all he can. But, man, you can only do so much with that fella.
When you give him second chance looks, too, he can make you pay. That's right. He's so quick off the dribble, tough to guard a mismatch, and he made him pay.
Well, let's just call it like it is. Amari Neal, 7. East Poinsett County, 2. Quincy Perry on the right wing. Very deliberate offense here for EPC. Perry going to work, and double team comes, gives it away. Now Gaines. He hasn't really asserted himself offensively, but they have collapsed defensively. There's a kick out, right wing. Three is good. Ashton Reel, the 5'11 sophomore, drills it from the right wing.
Even when Gaines isn't scoring, though, he can draw defenders, leave somebody open. Tuckerman's got their best defender on him, though, trying to lock him down. That's Jordan Watson, but can't contain him too much. Gives up the assist in the 3-ball.
Stop play for a moment here after it was cut to 7-5. And it'll be a sideline inbound. So Marcus Thaxton, head coach here, 3rd year. Coming back for a state title with his team. There's a drive by Neal. Kick out. Ashley will drive inside. Stops, shoots it. Good defense by EPC. Ball knocked away on the rebound. And we're going to get a foul against EPC down here.
How about the effort from Andrew King? That's the 2nd time. He already has 1 offensive rebound, was trying to get the other, ends up drawing the foul. Heck of a play.
Jamarcus Thaxton coaching his team up, arms crossed. It's never a good sign when you're a player. I got that look a lot. It's going to be a baseline inbound here by the Bulldogs. Good inbound play. Bucket up and good for Andrew King. The senior has a brilliant inbound play, well designed, and they have gotten themselves up by 4 again in the first non-Neal basket for the Bulldogs. There's a feed to the baseline and spinning. Reel no good, and another tough rebound inside. Andrew King, senior's off to a nice start. Averages 4 points and 4 boards, but it's been really productive early on here.
Yeah, the efforts that I'm seeing. He's boxing out. He's battling for everything. That's the kind of guy you need in a state title game.
Neal scooping in the lane. No, another rebound attempt. We're going to get a foul underneath, and they're going to get King there. Wow. I didn't see that one. We'd have to see the replay. It looked pretty clean to me. King rising up, may have gotten some body there. And that's a big one, JB. That's his 2nd foul already.
Yeah, he's been the energy guy, getting loose balls, picking up rebounds. That could be big.
So there's our media timeout. 3:35 to go. It's 9-5 Tuckerman leading East Poinsett County in their quest to go back-to-back. We'll take a break. You're watching the 2A Boys State Championship on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The future of Arkansas PBS, its programs, and its irreplaceable purpose all rest on a strong foundation of community support. Help us continue to impact lives for generations to come. Keep good going with a tax-deductible donation of just $5 a month. Visit myarpbs.org/donate to learn more.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Support for Arkansas PBS Sports comes from Wendy's. The seasonal menu includes options like the mushroom bacon cheeseburger. Availability may vary by location.
I'm sorry, all I heard was Frosty. What'd you say? All right, there we go. Let's get back to action here. And Tyrus Reel and EPC trying to get back in this one. Down by 4 with 3:28 to go. Obviously a very tight game. And boy, Amari Neal living up to the hype. Kick outside, and we've seen Quincy Perry pass on a number of perimeter jumpers here, trying to find a little better, more high percentage shot for his team. So applaud the discipline early on. Tyrus Reel going to work, feed inside, shot up off the glass and good. That was not easy. Ashton Reel absorbing the contact. Then there's a steal right back to Reel, layup good again. Brilliant play by Tyrus Reel over to Ashton Reel for the layup. So back-to-back buckets, and we're knotted up at 9.
4 quick points, and that was high off the window, the first one, and then the defensive intensity paid off.
Neal with a little helper on the hip there. They go to the other end. Bucket up and good for Braylon Odom, the 6'2 senior just entered. 8 points a game for him this year. Ashton Reel going right back to work, scoring through contact again. This man is relentless, and it's 11-all. A frantic pace here in this 2A Boys State title.
Well, he's just a sophomore, but he certainly plays like a veteran. His presence in the paint is certainly felt. reminds you of King, right? His effort that he puts in on the floor.
Well, you got a junior, you got a senior, and you got a sophomore. The real family well represented here. So, again, not going to be scared. Been playing against these older guys, I'm sure, all his life. So this stage, not too much for him. There's a jumper miss from the outside. That was Church. And now EPC wants to run. Up and under, blocked out of there. Great play by Odom, denying the shot attempt by Quincy Perry Jr.
We go back to those offensive plays. Steal heads up. Real was there, right place both times. That 4-point swing could come in big here in the first quarter.
Well, I mean, what a brilliant steal and then a heads-up play to get it to your teammate for the score immediately. That was just an absolutely brilliant play right there. Let's see if Gaines can get going here. They just keep double-teaming him. He's got to kick it out. Now we get a 3-point attempt from Perry. That one's short. And a battle for the rebound. Nice job by Ashley pulling it away. And I think what do we get here? Tie-up or a foul? Gonna get a jump ball.
Yeah.
Go back to the Warriors here.
They haven't switched possessions yet, so maybe it was a foul.
Well, we had a question on the possession in the first game. Hopefully got that cleaned up. Into Ashton Real up top. Hands it off to Gaines. See if he can get going a little bit here. Gaines yet to score. Driving in. Again, they're collapsing on him around the free throw line. Kick out again. Three-pointer this time is good. Tyrus Real from the left corner. The senior knocks it down. Just a 26% three-point shooter on the season, but he makes that one, and he puts his team in front for the first time today. His first basket of the afternoon.
Both Ashton and Tyrus putting on a little highlight reel early for EPC. And you can tell the emphasis for Tuckerman, slow down Gaines. Make sure he's not the one to beat you. Well, the Reals are making it happen.
Jordan Watson with it. He's going to drive the baseline. Got caught in the air, got saved by Ashley. Now they're going to go back to work. Amari Neal's a good option with 12 on the shot clock. Just over a minute to play. Neal crossing over in the lane. Floater up, no good. Tapped it out to his teammate, though. Nice job there for another possession for the Bulldogs. In the corner, Neal this time. Gets a screen. Back to the free throw line. Good ball movement. There goes Neal again. Left hand dribble in the paint. Feeds the baseline. Shot up and good. And there's the first bucket of the game for Zeke Church.
As Amari Neal, though, collapsing that defense, that quick ball fake. Didn't take much. That got the defender off of Church.
It's fun watching both teams try to take away the guys, right? I mean, you got Gaines, everybody's collapsing on him, and on the other end, you got Neal, everybody's collapsing on him.
Yeah.
They've got their strategies drawn up, and they're doing a nice job. Now, the good thing is, if you're, for EPC, Ashton Reel's benefiting from that. He's going to go right back to work here. That's a tough shot. Blocked again. That time by Church. Just got a bucket, got a block, and they get it back and fire up a three, no good. And there's a battle inside, a rebound by Odom, and they're going to get a jump ball. Wow. I never saw EPC get a real handle on that one. So I think a break, at least to get the possession arrow changed back to your end for EPC. But it will be Bulldog basketball in a one-point game, and they can hold for the final shot of the first quarter. Warriors 14, Bulldogs 13. And Amari Neal with 7 points going back to work. Downhill, stop, step through, wild shot up, no good. Tipped out of there, kept alive by Church. And the shot clock, or the game clock, will go off, and that's that. First quarter is in the books. 14-13, Warriors over Bulldogs. After one, you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships right here in Arkansas, PBS Sports.
Are you ready for Quiz Bowl 2025? It's the 40th year of the most exciting academic competition in Arkansas, and it is live right here on Arkansas PBS. It's the Arkansas Governor's Academic Competition Quiz Bowl State Championship. Schools from all over the state square off right here in this studio to see who will come out on top. Don't miss a single question. Tune in or stream on the PBS app. Saturday, April 26th, starting at 9 a.m.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by...
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
We have reached the trivia portion of our broadcast. And the question today for this 2A boys game, who is the state's all-time leading rebounder? Ponder, if you will.
That's right. That's right. We'll find out a little bit later.
It's an entertaining first quarter. You could tell there's definitely a lot of adrenaline rushing, a lot of nerves going. But, again, stars rise typically, waiting for Gaines to get rolling. But, man, what a quarter for Amari Neal.
Yeah, he's led the way for Tuckerman. 7 points. Ashton Reel leads the way with 9 for EPC.
We are underway here in the second quarter. Jacob Gaines gets a screen up top. Let's see if they try to get him going here a little bit. They're definitely keeping an eye on him. Nice defense there. Poked away, diving in defensively for Neal. Creates the turnover into the hands of his teammate Braylon Odom. He won't get the credit for the steal, but he definitely created that turnover for sure for the Bulldogs.
You know, his offense is so good, but I think his defense is underrated too.
Yeah, he's lightning quick. There's no question. Ashley in the lane, back outside, drive in the paint. Shot up, no good. Tip attempt, no good. Back to Neal, though, and they'll reset.
You know, Tuckerman does a good job after misses, keeping it alive by those tip outs.
There's a drive inside, floater up, no good. The miss on the drive by Watson, and a clear by the Warriors, who are up by 1 and can add to their lead here. Both teams pretty patient offensively. They both want to get up and down, but they're allowing, if the other team recovers, their offense to do some work here, JB. I'm impressed.
I think because you shut down the 2 playmakers, they can't control the pace, right? They're trying to figure out other ways to do it.
And this Bulldogs defense, it's kind of a sort of a blend here. It's a tough defense to figure out. There's an air ball from the corner, but a nice rebound. And my goodness, what kind of work is Ashton Reel doing? The sophomore's having himself 8 days, sir. Goodness, he's got 11 already of the East Poinsett County 16. And we got a foul in the backcourt here. They got Tyrus Reel on a reach in there.
Yeah, a little overzealous. Hey, but here's the deal. You shut down Gaines, someone's got to step up. Reel stepped up to the challenge.
It'll be Bulldog basketball with EPC leading by 3. Neal, 3-time All-State. We were talking about him. Over 2,000 career points. He's a 4-year starter, and he's second all-time to a guy you heard of. Played in the final last year, Lane Taylor, in career assists. So he does a little bit of everything, too.
Those are some special players right there.
I enjoyed watching Lane in high school and enjoyed his first year of school before he got hurt in college. See what's next for him. There's a nice drive hanging in the air. Odom, the 6'2 senior. Odom, tough break early in the postseason. Missed the first-round game because of kidney stones. There's a miss inside by EPC, but a recovery by the Warriors. Knocked away. They got it back. And then a near turnover. Now a drive inside and a block. Tough call there on Zeke Church on the Ashton Reel drive. Into the game for EPC is number 2, A.J. Johnson. He's a freshman. And we saw a freshman step up pretty big time in our opener today, JB. That's a lot of pressure for, I can't imagine being 15 years old and being out here on a state title game.
A lot of coaches, they say that's their babies, right? They've been playing JV ball. They call them up, big moment. But this is how you learn. This is how you get better to prepare you for later on in your career.
Yeah, unless you're at Farmington, and then your freshman starts day 1. Reel 1 of 2 on that trip, and the ball knocked out. It's going to stay with the Warriors. So a break there. They lead by 2. 5:54 to go. It's been nip and tuck so far. Warriors a baseline inbound here. Going to stack on that left side of the lane. Oh, good inbound play. Catch, not a wild shot there, not good on Quincy Perry. Good defense recovery there after they got a pretty good look on the inbound.
Yeah, it was really good defense without fouling, mind you, too. Go straight up, got a great timing of the jump, and it was able to alter the shot.
Amari Neal, 2-on-2 here. A.J. Johnson defending him. What a draw for the freshman. Goodness, I'm like, Coach, are you sure you want me to get him? There's a pass inside, knocked away. He's going to jump ball again. And that will stay down here with the Bulldogs with 5:31 to go in the first half.
So far, Tuckerman, though, both teams battling in the paint, trying to get boards, rebounds, second chance looks. The effort's there, but whoever can start kind of peeling away a little bit offensively, that's the team that's going to have the advantage.
So, going to mop it up there, or towel it up, as it were. It's a state championship game, JB. Can we get, no mops? You towel it up there? What kind of operation are we running here? King gets it in on the perimeter to Neal. He hasn't scored in a while. Got 7 quick points, and they've been able to keep him off the scoreboard since. Get downhill against Reel. Pull-up jumper. That's off right. And a long rebound out to Watson. He'll pull up for a right-wing jumper. That's good. We are knotted up at 17 with 5:12 to go.
It's the second chance looks for Tuckerman. That's what they've been banking on, and so far it's paid off.
Gaines. Been denied so far, but that time forcing the issue and draws the foul on the drive.
He's just too tough to slow down for the whole time. That was a good jump shot. But for, Gaines, he's going to attack. That's what he's going to do. If he's not going to get open, you're going to have to foul him.
Into the corner off the inbound. 3 ball, no. Rebound on the other side. Man, Braylon Odom, the senior's really had a nice impact since he came in this game.
He's done a really nice job, really getting rebounds, but also right place, right time on some entry passes, too.
shot from outside. A little too strong for Church. Cleared away by Tyrus Reel. Reel looks inside, goes back outside. Again, patient offense here. Perry will just take his time. Got 4.5 minutes to go here in a 17-all game.
Yeah, both of these teams typically, certainly EPC likes to push the tempo, certainly defensively, but because those two top players are kind of getting held in check, they're slowing things down.
Well, they put pressure on you because they get back so quickly. There's a baseline driving, Gaines drawing another foul again on Church. But the defenses obviously have done their homework, and they also played each other, so they know you got to hustle back defensively. Yeah. There just haven't been a lot of transition opportunities.
It's kind of been a little chess match, right? A little cat and mouse from both teams.
Another baseline inbound here for the Warriors. Into the corner. Reel will give it away to Gaines. Tyrus Reel, I should say. Got 3 of them to choose from. There's Gaines. He's going to try a 3. That is off, and it almost felt like a force, like he didn't really want it, but he hasn't had a shot yet, hasn't gotten going yet. He said, let me try one here.
Did you see Amari Neal box out? Reel there. Ashton Reel.
That's not an easy task.
No, not at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a deep 3 left wing. Well, both stars bricked one, but a great offensive rebound by Church. Back out. Neal, delayed dribble, drive. Up top, pump fake. Watson, pull up from 17. In and out. And there's Gaines impacted with a rebound and a run out and a layup. Finally a transition basket, and that's Quincy Perry, the beneficiary. Nice play there and a heads-up play by Amari Neal. Got to keep those eyes down court, and it gets his team a 2-point lead.
The Gaines did a really good job. That's the vision. You get that board immediately looking up the floor. You got someone up ahead. Nice feed.
Left wing, Odom, 3 on the way. Front of the iron, nope. And cleared by Tyrus Reel. A couple of bodies on the floor in the backcourt. Gaines one of them. And here comes Ashton Reel spinning in the lane. Tried to find Gaines, does. Tough handle off the glass, good. And he's off the schneid, the leading scorer for this EPC team. 17 a game, he's got 2. Feels a whole lot better now.
Did you see that feed? It was low. To be able to regain and then go back up and make a tough shot, that's impressive.
Absolutely. So maybe that'll loosen Gaines up a little bit. Again, the defense has done a brilliant job of collapsing on him when he gets it. Floater by Neal, flipped it up there short. Out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. Or was it? Maybe staying on this end, actually, but after the media. 2:47 to go. Pretty deep into this one without a media timeout. Got an exciting 2:47 left in the first half. It's Warriors trying to go back-to-back by 4. You're watching the Centennial Bank Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This month in Passport on the PBS app.
Did Maria Anna Mozart contribute to her brother Wolfgang's earliest works?
Elizabeth I taking the credit for it all.
It was the most astounding piece of propaganda.
And you feel something, I think, really much more than just being an American. You feel the importance of being human.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS app.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
All right, following up on our trivia question from earlier, who's the state's all-time leading rebounder, there is a connection. It's Paul Person from Tuckerman. 1,296. That's a lot of rebounds from 1971 to 73. That's my era, JB. Well, at least I was born around that era, at least. I wasn't here to watch any of those rebounds, but that's a whole lot of boards. That'd be a lot of points. Okay. That's a ton of rebounds.
Yeah, because you're going to get easy putbacks on a lot of those, you got to imagine.
Absolutely. All right, well, the Bulldogs down by 4 with 2:35 left, going back to work here. The feed inside, Andrew King. Pull-up jumper on the way short, and a nice rebound, but knocked away. And knocked away again. EPC gets with it, and then they slip to the floor. We're going to get a travel on A.J. Johnson, so the freshman lost his footing. Can I get a towel on aisle 3? And we're going to get Bulldog basketball again here.
Well, you know, here's the deal for Tuckerman. Right now, they've not been able to knock down. They've had some open looks. They're just not falling. They need to get something going, maybe Neal back in action. Same for Gaines. He started to get some shots to go, but both teams need to see some shots go down.
The sophomore Church will inbound it. And, boy, they've done a good job of keeping Neal in check here. 7 quick points, and he has been shut down since. A near turnover there by Zeke Church. Gets it to Neal. Watson. Pink shoes working there. Got a couple pairs of those.
Yeah,
EPC's freshman Johnson's got them too. To the corner. Pull-up jumper, right wing. Well short there by Watson. He's a 33% three-point shooter, but not that time. Going the other way, Real to the baseline. I'm just so impressed by, again, when you've got teams that have a lot of athletes, it's hard not to press and force the issue like Gaines did there, and he makes it pay. But these teams have been really patient. I think it's just been really impressive on both ends. You're getting a low-scoring game out of it, but I think it's been really nice to see them play it under control. 4 points now for Gaines, and EPC up by 5. I believe that's their largest lead so far today.
Yeah, the defenses for both teams have been on display, that's for sure. And Gaines, a tough shot through traffic. That was impressive.
Largest lead was it? Yeah, this is it. It's actually 6. How about that? I'm going to work on my math skills there. But this is the largest lead of the day for the Warriors. And there's a near steal, knocked away for a moment. And now it is going to go the other way. And boy, look at that. Coach is fired up. Jamarcus Thaxton pumping that fist over there on the EPC sideline. He is fired up. His team 25-8 this year, 14-2. And escaping in the semis against Cedar Ridge.
He's a competitor. He was an athlete in his time. Played tight end at Morehouse College. Now he's coaching. He loves it. He's fired up.
I don't want to try to tackle that dude. I'll tell you that right now. Ashton Real to the left wing. Gaines has gotten going a little bit, but man, everything's been hard on him. So you got to give the Bulldogs defensive plan a big pat on the back. They've really had a good strategy against him. They are collapsing on him even when he doesn't have the ball. There's a kick out to nobody, and right into the media row over there. So a mistake, unforced, and I mean, somebody saw a ghost over there. 23-17, 37.6 left. About a 2-second differential, JB, between the shot clock and game clock here. So we'll see if the Bulldogs run it all the way down.
That pass there went to Kyle Sutherland. Man, nice catch.
Surprised he caught it.
No kidding.
Oh, there's a steal. EPC said, you're not holding for one. We're going the other way. There's a shot off the glass and good by Tyrus Real. Great steal, the pick 6, and makes it an 8-point game. It is the largest lead, and now the Bulldogs will get one more crack at a final shot. Baseline, pass inside. A lot of contact, shot up no good. Real with the rebound, and at the buzzer, it's going to be after the buzzer goes off. Perry's shot would not have counted. 25-17. So the Warriors enjoying their largest lead of the game into the halftime break. It's 25-17. And halftime here at Banco ZK Arena. You're watching the Centennial Bank Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
It is halftime at Banco ZK Arena, but don't go anywhere because this is Arkansas PBS, and here is where we tell Arkansas stories. Plus, in a few minutes, Christina Munoz will introduce you to the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars. But first, Coach Charles Ripley is an Arkansas basketball legend, taking the Parkview Patriots to the state crown 5 times from 1978 to 1995. But Coach Rip, as he was known to his players, was admired much more for his contributions off the court.
When I think about Coach Ripley, this is a guy that every day he wakes up, he wants to make the world better with basketball in it.
Coach Rip, welcome to the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame. He's affectionately known as Rip, or Coach Rip. And for 3 decades, he's knocked them dead as the head basketball coach at Little Rock Parkview.
When I was in junior high, at that time, right before you went to high school, you had to take a vocational test. A couple of weeks ago, the school come back, the counselor comes in and says, well, Charles, we just couldn't find anything that you had was strength of interest or anything. I said, yeah, because I'm going to be a coach and be a dang good one, and there wasn't any coaching questions on that test.
Rip will definitely be known at the end of the day of being the basketball coach.
I want to thank my right hand and my left hand man, Coach Flanagan.
Came over at 89. Rip asked me, he knew he was losing an assistant, asked me to come over and work with him, and the rest is history.
If you ever see Coach Ripley and his body style, he's a little short, little round, stubby guy. There's no way. He couldn't even been a point guard, but had such a passion about the game that he made that passion his own. And it came out in his players, and the records and the championships and all that speaks for itself.
We measure success at Parkview by winning championships. We want to be the last team standing. Parkview is basketball. It's basketball, man.
You got to understand about those Patriot athletes. Number one, I spoiled them. Yeah, they know it.
He never thought twice about what it would cost to get into a game or what time his van full of aspiring young athletes might come rolling in the wee hours of the morning. He has no children, yet he's been a dad of sorts to hundreds of youngsters across our state.
His thing was, if I create great relationships with my players, those players are going to go out and they're going to perform. And if they go out and perform, we're going to win a lot of games. And if we win a lot of games, we're going to win championships.
I mean, they gave 110% for Rip. And, hey, you couldn't blame him, man, because he was just like a father figure to him. I mean, some of the guys that couldn't afford it, man, he fed them at night, after games and stuff, and he would do anything for you. He would even let you have his car, man, and go out on a date and all that kind of stuff. I tried to talk him out of that kind of stuff, but he wouldn't listen. He was just that kind.
He was imparting lessons. He was imparting anything he can give you to the day he died. And the fact that he probably spent his last dime, everything he got, on his players. That was his passion, that was his family, and he just kept giving.
Charles Ripley has been a difference maker, touching the lives of thousands along the way.
A week before that, I'd been out there to see Rip. He looked like everything was okay, everything was fine. At some point, he thanked me more that day than he ever have. You know, I should have caught that right off, but I didn't.
If you could say something to him now, what would you have said?
Well, I love you, big guy, and I kept that tradition going for you.
How fortunate can a man be to decide what he wants to do at 12 years old and start preparing to do that and get to do that the rest of his life? Couldn't play, wasn't an athlete, but I wanted to coach all my life, and I fulfilled my dream.
Coach Rip passed away in 2020, leaving behind a legacy of wins, but more importantly, a culture of caring. We salute Coach Ripley and all the coaches that bring a human spirit to the game. Now let's get over to Christina, and she's going to introduce you to some very hard-working student athletes. Christina.
Thank you, Steve. Earlier in the season, we reached out to schools all over the state looking for athletes who not only excel on the court, but in the classroom too. Here's the Arkansas PBS Student All-Stars class of 2025. We start off with the 1A girls. That is Isla Holzman with the Sacred Heart Knights. Isla has a 4.0 GPA and plans to go to the University of Arkansas and study biology. For 1A boys, we have Jonah Walker, a senior center from Marked Tree. Jonah wants to go to college to pursue a career in the medical field. He likes playing football and hanging out with his brother in his spare time. Next up, we have Hayden Matheny representing 2A girls. She plays for the Lady Greyhounds of Sloan Hendricks High. Hayden has a 4.0 GPA and wants to attend Arkansas State University to pursue a degree in radiation therapy. For the boys in 2A, we've got Amarie Neal. Amarie has a GPA of 3.6 and wants to be a pediatric dentist. Hunting, fishing, and spending time with family are some of the ways he spends his spare time. The Bergman Lady Panthers' Brinley Collins is the 3A Girls Arkansas PBS Student All-Star. Brinley wants to further her basketball and academic career. She has a 4.0 GPA. On the boys' side in 3A, we have Rylan Robbins representing the Flippin High School Bobcats. Rylan wants to pursue college basketball and major in education. Basketball, fishing, baseball, and video games are how he likes to spend his spare time. Halfway through and on to the 4A girls, that's Jordan Youngblood with the Heber Springs Panthers. Jordan plans to attend ASU Newport to play softball and major in exercise science. She enjoys anything active and shopping. Riley Jones with the Eastem Mets represents the 4A boys. Riley has a 3.75 GPA and wants to become a basketball coach. He likes video games, hanging out with friends, working out, and trying new food. The 5A girls are well represented by JC Edrington of the Greene County Tech Golden Eagles. JC wants to attend Arkansas State and become a physical therapist. She has a 4.17 GPA and enjoys being with family and friends and loves everything about the lake. The 5A boys, well, that is Elias Zapian with the Russellville Cyclones. Elias wants to attend UCA and become a gastroenterologist. He enjoys hanging out with friends and family and playing basketball. Rounding out the classifications are your 6A student all-stars. For the girls, that is McKinley Campbell with the Harbor Lady Wildcats. McKinley is interested in becoming a veterinarian or possibly a psychologist. She has a 4.1 GPA and likes to cook, shop, and hang out with friends. And finally, for the 6A boys, we have Kellen Robinson with the Bryant Hornets. Kellen plans to play basketball at UALR. He has a 3.75 GPA and enjoys playing basketball and working out. Congratulations and keep up the good work. All right, Steve, it is about that time.
Yes, Christina, it is that time. Let's get you back to Bank OZK Arena for the second half.
Right here on the home of the high school basketball state finals, Arkansas PBS.
Since 1937, the electric cooperatives of Arkansas have been providing power to homes, farms, and businesses across our state. The cooperatives are member-owned and work together to serve Arkansans. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas proudly support high school students and athletics in Arkansas and hope you enjoy watching the state championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports. Better connected together. The electric cooperatives of Arkansas.
We are back here for the Centennial Bank Basketball Championships here on Arkansas PBS Sports. First half numbers, and it is the defending champions up 25-17 at the break, enjoying their largest lead and shooting almost 46% and holding down the Bulldogs to Tuckerman at 32%, and yet to see a three-pointer go down for the Bulldogs, JB.
Well, if you look back at our first half highlights, it started with Amari Neal. Got the first 7 points for Tuckerman, and he was lighting it up, scoring really with relative ease. That nice fadeaway on the turnaround. And he does a really nice job on the crossover, goes inside, pulls up through contact, got the and one. But he's kind of been held in check after this bucket right here. That was his scoring, all 7 for him. Boom, he's been held quiet after that. And then it's, boy, Ashton Reel, number 22, going to work. Gaines has been held in check, but Reel has certainly been putting on a show. Got a 3-ball after they collapsed defensively. And then offensive board here, spin move, finesse for the big fella.
Can already see the headline if this holds in the Lepanto paper tomorrow. Keeping it real. Am I right?
There you go. With the highlight reels. There's a lot of different ways you can go with it.
Well, the Bulldogs have a little different idea on this one. We got a long way to go, so let's not crown the defending champs a second time just yet. But it will be Warrior basketball here in the second half to start things off. There's a drive inside, stopping Tyrus Reel. Ashton Reel going to try a 3, air ball. How about another Reel? There's Doug Reel inside. Nope. And Doug again. Nope. Tipped out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Bulldogs. So you got every Reel touching it on that one. They were definitely keeping it real in the opening possession, but no baskets but a few attempts, and they keep crashing the offensive boards. That's going to spell doom for the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Well, it looked like a little bit of volleyball going on over the rim, back and forth, little rainbow. But yeah, Tuckerman caught a break, no points given up.
Well, Doug didn't shoot much in that first half. There's a nice bucket inside. What a play by Zeke Church. How good is this kid?
Found the right spot, right baseline cut, right place, right time, and then goes up and under. That's a tough finish.
Back to a 6-point deficit now for Tuckerman. East Poinsett County trying to get back to work. Jacob Gaines, quiet first half, just 4 for their leading scorer. Averages 17 a game. Shoots 36% from 3, but hasn't pulled up from outside except one time. There's a foul on the jumper, created the contact into Christian Ashley. And there's another way to score. You can do it at the free throw line. How about that? Gaines just 61% on the season. Pretty productive player for 6'1", that's for sure. And that free throw is no good. So can't add to that 6-point lead.
Well, if they're guarding you so tightly, take advantage of that. Try to get some contact, draw it inside, and that's what he did.
Gaines, a junior, he's back next year. A nice rebound. And Zeke Church, the sophomore. You know, it's interesting. We were talking about the pink shoes earlier. It always kind of amazes me when guys go away from the color scheme of the uniform. There's a three-pointer. That one's no good, and Church is among those. He goes with green. It is St. Patrick's weekend, though, so maybe they're a little luck of the Irish for the Bulldogs.
Whatever it takes, I'm sure he'd love.
Outside, three-pointer on the way for Tyrus Real. Nope, good box out inside, and that was Zeke Church clearing it for Andrew King with that box out that he had. Again, Neal, 7 quick points for the Bulldogs. Set the tempo early, but shut down since. Open 3, left wing, that's too strong. Ball tapped out, and they did another good job there, but heads-up play by Doug Real to go run that one down.
They came back to it. Good hesitation to see where that ball was going. Get that rebound.
Gaines, Euro step in the lane, up off the glass, almost went down. What a rebound by Zeke Church, corralling that one in traffic.
Boy, got up strong with that one arm, palmed it, nice job. Now if you're Neal, he's 0 for his last 8. You got to figure out a way to get him going. Maybe go with a different ball carrier and try to find a way to get him open and drive into the basket. Doesn't look like that's what they're doing.
Neal, driving out of the corner, and there's a three-pointer from the corner, in and out. And a foul going to go over the back. It's 4-on-4 there. Andrew King over the back of Jacob Gaines, and barely missed for Zeke Church. And we got a third foul now.
Yeah.
On Andrew King.
That's quick. He was the energy guy, getting big rebounds, offensive boards, tipping balls out. He's going to stay on the floor, but that's not the guy you want to be in foul trouble.
You got to think he's energetically going to go to the bench here now. And there to the scorer's table without delay goes Braylon Odom. So again, you force Josh Longino's hand. Left wing, drive, in and out for Real. Going to drop it inside. Good passing between the Reals. How about that? Beautiful kiss off the glass. All 3 of them touched it on that one, and Doug Real gets another bucket. The big man now with 4 points.
Got to float it up, little teardrop, got it off the backboard.
He got a nice touch. We noticed that last year in the championship game because he had come off the bench deep in the game. We're like, who is this dude? And he just went right to work. There's a miss inside. Good rebound by Tyrus, rising up. Waits and lets the defense clear. Inside out. Tyrus Real, straightaway 3. That one's short, and an easy clear for Jordan Watson.
Well, so far there has been a lid on the basket for Amari Neal. They call him Ami Neal. He's just not been able to get anything going after those first 7.
Well, they're lucky because it's only at 8. And the Bulldogs have struggled to score, but they've been able to stay at arm's length here of the Warriors. EPC dropping into it's like a spin the arm man-to-man here. Let's see. See if we can get this defense to shift around a little bit. Now they're just switching everything. There's a shot up in the lane. Good look, but couldn't convert. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's off the Bulldogs. Good effort by Ashley there, but he couldn't come up with it.
So many close misses. They've been real close, and really for both teams, but Tuckerman for sure. They just really struggled to get one to go down. 29% for the field now.
Officials for today's game here in this 2A championship: Grant Watts, Anthony Smith, and Richard Martin. I always gauge it by how many eyebrow raises I have on calls. Haven't really had any today. So doing a nice job out there. Listen, they're a lot better at their job than I am. I'm in no position to complain. Gaines, pump fake, shot up. A lot of contact, no call there, but a great offensive rebound. Doug Real couldn't get it to go, but a battle for it. Tyrus Real comes up with it, stops, shoots, scores. attacking the offensive glass. And boy, those rebounds are really paying dividends for the Warriors. Now their largest lead of the day, they've got it out to 10 points. And Tuckerman has only managed 19 in the game.
Coach Thaxton, he said the word he would put to describe his team this year has been relentless, resilient. They have done that, kept on attacking the offensive board.
Drive inside, kick out to the corner, 3 on the way. Short, but an offensive rebound. Odom's done some work. Shot blocked out of there. Gaines. Not a big offensive day, but defending like the star that he is. He averages a whole lot of rebounds and points. Got the shot block there. We're going to take a timeout. 3:29 to go. East Poinsett County, its largest lead is 10. 29-19. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Want to see even more Arkansas stories? Subscribe to Arkansas PBS on YouTube for original productions, extras from your favorite local programs, behind-the-scenes videos, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. All available on demand and all Arkansas made. Don't miss out on more great Arkansas stories. Subscribe now.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by...
For over 70 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has offered coverage for automobiles, homes, farms, and lives across Arkansas. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association. More at afbic.com.
Well, your Arkansas PBS Student All-Star might sound familiar. He's on the floor. Amari Neal, athletic. He's also academic, 3.6 GPA. And look, after his future of basketball is over, which is going to be quite some time at Georgia Southern as well, he wants to be a dentist.
He's going to start at Georgia Southern. These days, you never know.
Well, that's
But
fair.
he's got a great future ahead of him.
Sure does.
There are things that are a little more important than basketball. Pediatric dentist sounds like pretty heady stuff.
Well, my wife's a dental hygienist, so she probably would like that, yeah.
Absolutely. 3:29 to go. Bulldogs trying to get back in this one, down by 10. There's the future dentist going to work. Can he create a toothache for EPC? No, sir. Missed it there short. Pretty good look, though. Here comes Gaines. Lost the handle and stole it back, and now we're going to get a jump ball, but it will be Bulldog basketball. So Gaines with a mistake there, and the Bulldogs make him pay. And now they will take over. Down by 10 still, so good job there, not allowing East Poinsett County to get a shot up. They need a bucket in the worst way. Sounds
really
pretty
do.
obvious. With 3 minutes left in the third quarter, they got 19 points total, JB.
They're 0 of their last 7, and they've had some decent looks at just not going down. Maybe get to the foul line, right? Try to attack, draw some contact, get some points there.
Mari Neal, now they're going to get it to the corner. Ashley back up to Church, to Neal, step back, pull up jumper for 3, that's short. He's left a number of those short, went over to save it, jumped over a photographer, showing the athleticism, but unfortunately just cannot find the range right now. It's got to be frustrating. You come to a championship game like this, you're feeling good, you're scoring at will. I mean, the guy's coming off a semifinal performance of 37.
Yeah.
And you just can't seem to get there today. It's a tough day to have a tough day.
Well, they've had good looks, and we've mentioned that. They've been just short. They've had them lined up either a little too long, a little too short. They just can't get it measured just right.
Neal now 3 of 14 and 0 of 4 from long range for a guy that shoots it at 35% from 3.
0 for his last 11, Justin.
29-19, EPC trying to add to a 10-point lead. Outside, there's a 3 on the way. That would have been a backbreaker, but an offensive rebound. We're going to push to the back, though. So a break for the Bulldogs after the miss by Quincy Perry. Going to the other end with 2:16 to go.
Only 2 points in the quarter. Tuckerman, and they've caught a break, only given up 4 points thus far, but they've got to figure out a way to slow things down and try to get a bucket here. Get that look.
Can somebody find a three-pointer? Can somebody find a bucket of any sort? This team's 0 of 11 from 3. And Neal's been on the struggle bus as well, driving in. That may have been partially blocked by Gaines. Cleared away by Ashton.
It starts to snowball a little bit, too, when you start missing. Then you start trying to force it.
Ashton reel. There's Gaines in the lane, no good. Ball batted out of bounds, though, by Zeke Church. Will stay with the Warriors. Very low-scoring affair. Pretty lively crowd. About half full here. Yeah. I was told there was a rumor going around, and I don't know for a fact, I haven't gotten it confirmed, that there is going to be maybe a sellout for the 3A session tonight. Hope that's the case. This place is really rocking when it gets full. But we got a lively crowd in here today. EPC going for back-to-back. There's a pull-up jumper. Nobody can buy one. JB, in the next break, I want you to go out and check and see if there's lids on there.
You got it. Quickly
the other way. Odom, they're going to get a block underneath the basket. The official from way back near midcourt called that one underneath the hoop, and I think that was the right call there. Tyrus Real. Their hair late.
Yep.
Yeah,
shifting his body to the left.
Hey, listen, if you can't score from the field goal perspective, go to the free throw line. What do you say? Don't have numbers on Odom from the free throw line, but again, 8 points a game. He's played well today, I think. 6'2" senior off the bench. The right-hander gets it up and good. Finally, off the schneid, they got 20 points.
So that goal I don't have to check at the break. I need to go check the other one, right?
Yeah. Doug Reel going to take a breather. And the freshman, A.J. Johnson, back in again. Second one is no good. 9-point game. 1:19 to go. Drive by Perry. Kicks cross court. Gains extra pass to the corner. They're going to take their time. Down low. Good pass, but he couldn't handle it. Right to Ashton Reel. Good find by Gaines, but tried to catch with one hand, and that's not the move. Drive inside. Jump stop. Shot block. Gaines is laying for it. He said, go ahead, young man. You take it inside there, Watson, and I will return to sender. Swatted it into Bobby Swafford's face down there on the end line.
Boy, that's great. I mean, he just saw it. So that jump step goes up behind it and just swats it.
Kick to Neal. Left wing, back out. Under a minute to go. 29-20. Crossover. Neal spinning. Fade away. No, sir. Trying to keep it alive. Good effort by Church. Still good effort by Church, but Gaines comes out of there with it. And then Neal tried to get out of the way and couldn't help but trip him up. And it's going to be a foul on Amari Neal. That is his second. Second half fouls now. 2 on East Poinsett County. Third period. How about that? Forget about quarters. I call too many college games. 3 fouls on Tuckerman.
Only combined 13 fouls between these two teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with the intensity that's been played with the up and down factor, with the athleticism on both sides. In fact, there's only been a handful of fouls. It's pretty remarkable. Jump stop for Gaines. Double team. Went cross court. No good, but corralled by Tyrus Real. 11 on the shot clock. Up top, there goes Perry. Down the lane. Fader. No, he airballed it. Ball tipped out. Nice job, though, by Johnson. Knocked it off of a Bulldog, and they'll get it back with 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And looks like EPC is going to call a timeout here. They've got 5 left, so does Tuckerman. And so Coach Thaxton's going to talk it over with his guys with 12.7 seconds left on the clock and 5 on the shot clock here. So see if they can draw something up.
Yeah, likely Gaines will probably have it in his hands, and if he draws something, either contact to go to the free throw line or collapse with the help defense, find the open shooter. Get your live action photos from the game at myarpbs.org/photos. Grab free downloads, have prints made. These are a great championship keepsake.
JB Brazil, Justin Acree, 12.7 seconds left in this 2A state title game. I'm already starting to think about the night session. Excited about these games tonight. I think we're going to have some good matchups, JB. And again, like I said, expecting some really good crowds. Got Melbourne, Osceola for the boys in the late one, and then at 6 o'clock in the earlier part of the late session, Lamar and Dover. How about an undefeated Dover bunch?
Yeah.
Boy, you going for an undefeated season. That's an exciting time right now. Gaines on the inbound, shot up wildly and bailed out by Zeke Church as he was falling down. And now Gaines can go to the free throw line for a couple shots here.
That was well executed. You wanted that out of the timeout. Get it in Gaines' hands. If he doesn't have an open shooter with the help defense, get fouled, go to the line.
Gaines is 6'1" junior, and that's the thing. You look at this roster for Tuckerman, or excuse me, for EPC rather. You got Doug Reel's a junior, Perry's a sophomore, Tyrus is a senior, but Jacob Gaines Jr., Ashton's a sophomore, A.J. Johnson's a freshman. You get a lot of dudes coming back, really all but one, and thankfully the NIL and transfer era has not hit high school. like it has in the collegiate ranks. There's a free throw good by Gaines, but, going to have a good shot, for EPC to get this group maybe make another deep title run next season.
Well, they already lost 2 football championships, right? So they win last year in basketball, trying to win again. They've got a lot of these guys back for football as well.
Second one is good. And Jacob Gaines is the kind of guy that looks like he can play just about anything. 9 seconds left, 11-point lead for the Warriors. Ball kicked out of bounds there by Johnson.
Sutherland's got a magnet on him.
I'll tell you what. I gave him credit earlier for the catch.
He got out of the way that time.
Orange ball chasing redheads over there on the sideline. Old Redbeard Sutherland. All right, it's going to be Bulldog ball. 6.5 seconds left. They desperately need a basket here. Neal's got it. Pull up at the buzzer, air ball, and that will do it. And that is the end of the third quarter. 31-20. East Poinsett County leading big at the half, and they've increased that lead after 3 quarters. They've got an 11-point lead going into the fourth quarter. You're watching the Centennial Bank Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This broadcast is underwritten in part by
Centennial Bank supports communities across Arkansas and is a proud supporter of the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports, providing financial services since 1999. Member FDIC. More at my100bank.com.
Three quarters down, and how did we get here? It was a great early start by Amari Neal, the Georgia Southern commit. 7 early points, leading the Bulldogs to an early lead. There's the defense, though, of East Poinsett County coming to life. Gaines with a block there on the drive by Watson. And then, how about the Reel family? Ashton Reel going to work inside. Then good sharing. Sharing is caring. Doug Reel with a finish inside. And then there's Tyrus. Got the whole family involved here today. And that's how we got here to 31-20 after 3. 1 quarter to play in this 2A state championship game. Are those tears of sadness over there for a little Tuckerman fan over there? Maybe she'll get a smile on her face with a big fourth quarter performance from the Bulldogs. No need to cry just yet.
Well, that's right. But you got to get your offense going. That 20 points in the first 3 quarters, that ain't going to cut it.
Tom Hanks said, there's no crying in basketball. 31-20. There's always crying at state championship games, seems like.
Yeah.
Either way. All right, here we go. EPC with the lead. And you wonder, how much clock did they run? 35-second clock eats a lot.
Yeah.
If they are patient, which they have been all day. There's a feed inside. Nice sharing. Tyrus, Reel, bucket, good. Excellent pass by the freshman, A.J. Johnson. Right under the hoop. He could have taken it up, but decided to feed his teammate. Good shot, better shot.
Yeah, and this 13-point lead feels awful big with only 20 points being scored for Tuckerman late in the fourth quarter of the game.
That's a great point. Got to get to work quickly. Neal, again, nowhere to go, and he's got the taller Gaines on him defensively. Inside they go. Shot up, and again, you've seen a bunch of those. Good looks, left short there by Ashley. And the Warriors sprinting into the front court, but good defensive retreat there by the Bulldogs. Baseline, kick out, ball tipped. Neal with the steal. Into the front court, down Main Street. Layup, no. Batted out by Zeke Church, and we're going the other way. Goodness gracious, another missed opportunity. And I mean, you're going to have to get into your toes to count on all the misses by Tuckerman that were right at point-blank range.
0 for his last 12 is Neal now. And look at Tuckerman. They've only forced 4 turnovers. They haven't capitalized on any of them. 0 points off those turnovers. You got to score when you get downhill like that.
Yeah, good active hands in the paint there. Should have led to points potentially, but they could not get one to go. High post, out to Neal. 3 on the way. Nope. And another rebound by Neal. What is the combined shooting percentage in this game? JB, I'm going to ask you to do some math here.
Sure.
Pull-up jumper for Neal. Still can't get one. And that ball goes out off of the Warriors. JB doing math. 33-20 baseline inbound. It'll be Zeke Church triggering. 20, we'll round up, 9%, 29% combined for the two teams. So defense ruling the day here in this 2A boys state title. Wild shot in the lane, no. Missed by Watson. Rebound EPC. They want to run. Tyrus Reel hanging. Nope. But a foul going to be called on Zeke Church on the other end.
Boy, How many shots has Tuckerman taken? Good shots, mind you, high percentage that just hit the very back of the rim or roll out. They just cannot buy a bucket.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, right?
21% for the game now, 9 of 42, and Neal's 3 of 19. EPC hadn't shot the cover off the ball, only 36%, but they've made a few more.
Yeah, there's another one. Now it's a 14-point lead. It almost feels insurmountable. 57 points a game this year for Tuckerman. 40% from the floor and 32% from three.
Worst day to go cold, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's no doubt. As we like to say, it's a bad day to have a bad day. There's a second free throw, no good, but we've got an early entry into the lane.
That was King, got his foot in there.
Where's the "you can't do that" chant? Where's the little kids when I need them?
Tonight's game, right?
There you go. 6:15 left. So another crack at this one for the senior, Tyrus Reel. This is his last go-around. He's the only one on that bunch. I talked to Coach Saxon yesterday. I mean, this is it. He got 11 dudes, one senior. I mean, that's pretty remarkable. He got a lot of guys back, like we said. On the other side, Odom's a senior, King's a senior, Neal's a senior. Losing some key pieces. Speaking of, three on the way. Nope. Battle for the rebound. What a job by Tyrus Reel going up and over to get it. Then from his back, gets it up to Gaines. They've got numbers if they want them. Baseline, up, off the glass short. Tipped out of there, off the miss by Reel, and it's going to go back to the Bulldogs. Boy, I'd say the inefficiency offensively on point-blank shots. Disappointing, really. I mean, for both teams, but maybe you start, it almost becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Once you've missed over and over again, you start wondering, are we ever going to get one to go down?
It's the difference in the game right now, certainly for Tuckerman. The EPC's seen it as well, but gosh, they've just got to figure out a way to get to the free throw line or knock down something.
Yeah, Warriors cruising right now by 15. Into the corner, three on the way for Church. No, too strong. Hustled after that offensive rebound, but Ashton Reel beat him to it.
EPC, if you told them they had 35 points in the fourth quarter, they'd feel like they're in trouble. But in a game like this, they're up big.
It's hard to believe. They've almost got them doubled up. Gaines in the lane. No. And another clear by Braylon Odom. Quick pull from the other end. Neal fouled on a three. That's one way to get back in it. And what are you thinking? Tyrus Reel, I mean, this guy has been ice cold, and you bail him out with a foul on a three-pointer. Neal will go to the free throw line. The lone starter back from last year's Bulldog team. And what a starter he is. 3 times All-State, over 2,000 career points, and 3 big ones right here. They're going to get back in it. They better start soon. And he gets the free throw to go. There you go. Saw a shot of the bench over there. The whatever it takes t-shirts. I'll tell you what it takes is some points. They need to get the offense going ASAP. Second one rattles home. Everything's tough today. Everything's tough today. Odom's going to sit. Here comes Christian Ashley again. One more for Neal. That one's no good, but an offensive rebound, stick back. That's the best case scenario. A 4-point trip with Andrew King following it up with a bucket.
It's still an 11-point deficit, but anything will help if you're Tuckerman. Got to get stops now. EPC needs to keep their foot on the pedal.
35-24. It's not out of reach yet, but they're going to have to be really good down the stretch. Bulldogs are going to have to be nearly perfect defensively. There's a near steal. That'll do it. Jordan Watson going the other way. Watson layup. Yes! A 6-point run here for the Bulldogs, and they're back within 9.
First time the crowd's had something to cheer about in a long time for Tuckerman.
Maybe that baby stopped crying. Let's go. Here we go, Tuckerman. Still got half of a fourth quarter left. Jordan Watson, kick out. No need to rush for EPC. No. Still milking that 9-point lead. Still a 3-possession game with 4 minutes to go. Tyrus Reel into the lane. Stops and kicks. Baseline Ashton Reel. Bucket good. You didn't think I had a sixth sense? I know where you are without even seeing you.
It's good response for EPC. Those 6 points, though, for Tuckerman, the most they even scored in the whole second or third quarter.
37-26 in the lane. Neal shot. No, that would have been a huge and one, but he is getting a couple of free throws here. With 3:55 to go, we're going to take our immediate timeout, though. The final one of the game. It's a 9-point margin. Excuse me, make it 11 now for East Poinsett County. Get it back to 9 with some free throws here. Big pick 6 a moment ago by Jordan Watson. We'll take a timeout. See if Tuckerman can fight its way back in here. It's the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Summerwood Sports Complex in Bryant features 4 courts across 2 gyms, located off Interstate 30, offering space for tournaments, practices, and training. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS. More at summerwoodsports.com.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Whoever the editor of the magazine was mistakenly changed his name from Warhola to Warhol, and he decided to keep Warhol.
From bondage to battle.
What do you make of him?
It changes the game for my family.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine supports athletic programs and events across Arkansas. Clinics are located throughout central and northwest Arkansas. Learn more at uamshealth.com.
36% shooting from East Poinsett County with 3:55 to go, and yet dominating a game, holding Tuckerman to 24%, 11 of 46. Some points to come potentially, though, for Amari Neal. He's got 9 points. His team is down 11, and he will toe the line. Free throw is good. Went 2 for 3 a moment ago and missed the third after being fouled on a 3, and King swooped in for the offensive rebound stick back.
Amari Neal was scoreless in the second and third quarter, so it's the front end and the back end where he's making his money.
Second one is not money, but again, boy, King was swooping in for another opportunity. The ball falls out of bounds, though, tipped by Ashley. The Tuckerman fans didn't like it, but it will go back to the Warriors, so it's a 10-point game again. Going to take a significant offensive outburst for the Bulldogs to have a chance here. And you know the Warriors, with that championship pedigree, going to take care of that basketball and try to run some clock here before they put shots up. I mean, it becomes a math game at some point where you've only got so much time. And you can't even get enough possessions. Great feed inside. What a pass. Tyrus Reel down to the post. Layup good. And Ashton Reel has had a phenomenal game. 16 now for the big man.
They thread the needle and found him open.
Rising up for a 3 from the corner. Nope. Another miss for the Bulldogs. And another rebound for the Warriors.
Got to get a stop if you're Tuckerman. That's not it.
Foul around midcourt. Total rebounds today. A 39-29 edge for EPC. JB. That was a brilliant pass. Great replay there. Good shot, guys. And yeah, that was a great play. It's kind of the same angle we had. Where's that camera?
Yeah, it is. I got one hiding somewhere.
Can't see it. It's invisible. Cross court. Reel going to drive in. Kind of got hung up in the air there. Not a good play. And it'll be Odom with it. Now up to Neal. 2:52 to go. 39-27. Neal crossover. Kick out. Baseline drive at the rim. No. And that is a microcosm of the game for these Bulldogs. Warriors want to run. Lost it on the other end. Quincy Perry nearly fell down. It's kind of slipped up. Got his steps off and fumbled it out after the point-blank miss at the rim by Ashley. So it stays 39-27 with 2:38 to play.
Boy, I know 2.5 left. That's still a lot of time typically in basketball. But the way Tuckerman has struggled to score, you almost got to go, right?
Well, you think about 35-second shot clocks too, JB. I mean,
yeah,
you know, you're going to get
4 or 5 possessions maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's a dozen points. I mean, if you score on all of them, you're going to be lucky to be in this game. That'll be a good start. Deep 3 for Neal. No. Batted out. Neal with another rebound inside. Layup. Good. For Andrew King, the left hand was good. Up and under. Nice job letting the defender fly by. Back within 10. 6 now for King. And not dead yet. Certainly on life support. 5 timeouts left for Tuckerman. 4 for East Poinsett County. So if either coach gets real uncomfortable, they can stop it, chat over with their guys. Oh boy, you know Gaines wanted that 3 bad. Kick out. The freshman for 3. That would have been a dagger. Rebound by Gaines. And it's going to stay with East Poinsett County.
They're battling in the paint inside. That's a hustle, energy play underneath to keep that play alive.
Yeah, the writing's on the wall. There's no doubt about it. Inside, layup, good. What a find. Brilliant. Layup for Perry off of the feed by Tyrus Real, and that may be the nail in the coffin.
That was a backbreaker. You get on, you're already struggling to score, get up an easy bucket.
3 from the corner, no good again. Rebound again, a run out if they wanted it, but they're going to trap at the backcourt. In trouble. Nice job there. Heads up play. And underneath, layup good at the other end, and 2 more for the big fella. 18 for Ashton Real.
He was hiding. No one picked him up, just came backside, easy too.
I don't know how at 240 you can hide from anybody, but they didn't see him, that's for sure. Pull up, no. Real kept it alive, saved in, but 2 Real. And with 109 left, here's a run out. Tyrus says, nah, we'll run some clock here. 43-29. This one's just a matter of what the final number is going to be. And the writing's on the wall, and everybody in here can tell. The EPC fans are loving it across the way. Bulldog fans, heartbreak. But I ran into a buzzsaw today. There's another foul, just the 3rd against Tuckerman. 43-29, 50 seconds to play.
Give EPC credit. They've done a lot of things right defensively. They've made it very difficult for Tuckerman all game long. And to hold an opponent to 22% for the game, that's incredible.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, if you're the Bulldogs, you can foul, but there's not much point. I mean, this one's over, so they're going to play it out, it looks like. About a 14-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, so EPC will have to take a violation or shoot it one more time. And, you know, I will say, I don't call this giving up by any means. So, I mean, again, you got to look at the writing on the wall. There's not any chance to pull this out now. So I do kind of applaud opposing teams when you're down by such a margin that they don't foul. Last shot here, and that's no good at the buzzer by Tyrus Real. And now the Bulldogs will try to go get maybe a cheapie at the other end, and they will get a shot blocked. Church took a shot there by Gaines. I thought they might dribble it out on the other end. Official races in. There was nothing there. Kind of a hard foul, but just trying to almost blocked it clean.
Well, Zeke Church, boy, he's been great. He's got a lot of role models in his life. Hansel Emmanuel is one we already talked about. Well, he's got a little fan as well who has a similar condition as him, Garrison Freeman, who's 10-year-old. His father's the head coach at Hector. He and Zeke Church both with the same condition, one arm, and they can play lights out.
Yeah, I mean, here's a great shot of those two together. And, you know, you have role models and then you become one. And it's a great story. And, I mean, listen, that's a guy that should inspire anybody. Second free throw is good. But again, he and his team just ran into a little better bunch today. And they had a bad day, didn't shoot it well, and you know, just like we said, some of it was the defense, and some of it was a missed open looks. Back to back for the Warriors, 43-30, the final. East Poinsett County is your back-to-back champions here in 2A boys basketball. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We're going to visit with our winning head coach, our MVP. Stay with us. We'll celebrate that on the other side on the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This broadcast is underwritten, in part by
Everett Buick GMC provides vehicles to Arkansas families and supports local organizations. Community involvement has been part of our story for generations. Proud to support the Arkansas Activities Association and Arkansas PBS Sports. More at everettbgmc.com.
For more than 50 years, Arkansas PBS has been a trusted resource. Our high-quality programs are seen by viewers in every corner of our state, making on-air sponsorship a solid investment. Aligning your business with Arkansas PBS offers a powerful blend of community engagement, corporate philanthropy, and cause marketing. And our viewers remember and appreciate businesses that support our programs. Contact us today for more information on sponsorship opportunities.
Find out what your heirlooms, antiques, and unique collectibles are worth.
Oh, you're not the only artist, sweetheart.
For the filming of Arkansas Treasures, your contribution of
The hunt is on. Where is it?
Where is what? Why are you wearing that fedora?
Arkansas Treasures is back for the second season. I'm not going to miss it this time.
Well, I think it's back that...
What's in your attic? Find out what your antiques and unique collectibles are worth. Join us for the filming of Arkansas Treasures. Guarantee your spot by calling now or visiting our website. Your treasure may be worth more than you know.
Are you ready for Quiz Bowl 2025? It's the 40th year of the most exciting academic competition in Arkansas, and it is live right here on Arkansas PBS. It's the Arkansas Governor's Academic Competition Quiz Bowl State Championship. Schools from all over the state square off right here in this studio to see who will come out on top. Don't miss a single question. Tune in or stream on the PBS app. Saturday, April 26th, starting at 9 a.m.
The Warriors are champions once again. East Poinsett County back to back, taking it home. A state title here today with a dominating performance, 43-30. Defense rules the day for the Warriors today.
Yeah, they were impressive, really, and hounded Tuckerman. Even though the Bulldogs got good shots, they did a really good job of making it difficult to score down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Let's go through our numbers here, and then we're going to visit with our winning coach and our MVP, go through some highlights from how they got to this one. There's the celebration, and let's take a look at those numbers here. Keep coach over here. Again, you hold the Bulldogs to 23% shooting. They did not make a single three-pointer in the game, and you out-rebound them 43-33. And let's talk to our winning head coach, Jamarcus Thaxton. Coach, we've got to quit meeting like this, you know what I mean? Back-to-back years, congratulations. Congrats. How about it?
All right, man, thank you. All glory to God, first of all, man. This season has been strictly about faith. Just fighting through adversity, weathering the storm, and these guys did an amazing job.
No doubt. Well, you win it with defense today, rebounding, toughness. I mean, they had a tough day shooting. Your team had a lot to do with that.
That's a pillar of our program, man. Playing hard, playing tough, playing together, playing defense. That's the one thing we work on the most. I always tell them, if they don't score and we score 2 points, we still win the ball game.
Yeah. I thought both superstars were kind of taken out of the game defensively, strategy-wise. Neil got off to a good start. What did you guys do to kind of take him out of his rhythm?
Yeah. We just switched up the defense. We switched up the coverage, made it tougher for him to find his teammates, made it tougher for him to get to the line. But the guys did an amazing job playing together and playing as one.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, thank you so much. Congratulations. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. It's our winning head coach, Jamarcus Thaxton. Let's take a look at how we got it done here. And again, not a ton of offensive highlights, but Neil certainly got it going early on. Great defensive adjustment, I thought. And it looked like he was going to wear some guys out, but boy, they adjusted defensively. Saw a block shot right there. And then I'll tell you what, pick a reel, any reel. Tyrus was our MVP. We'll talk to him in a second. But, I mean, goodness.
Yeah.
Ashton was phenomenal today, too.
He was right place. Good job of kind of whenever Gaines was cut off, he was in the right spot, able to, that high basketball IQ, hanging on the baseline. And Tyrus Reel, I think you go back to the one play I saw of Reel that I loved was that little slipping it through the defense right to Ashton. That was a big shot in the backbreaker.
Tyrus, I already picked out a headline for the hometown paper, keeping it real. What do you think for tomorrow? It's pretty good. Congratulations. That was impressive. I mean, look, the whole Real family was great. Your whole team was great. Yeah. Defensively, tell me about the mindset coming in. Neil got going a little bit, but it was Reels over Neil today.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do to adjust to hold him down a little bit?
I mean, Q, sophomore Quincy player, he started off on him, and he had some tough buckets on him, and Coach told me to get him the rest of the night. So I stepped up to the challenge.
Yeah, you did a nice job. Ashton, I thought, was phenomenal, too, scoring inside. You guys have like a sixth sense. I mean, being able to find each other. You made a brilliant pass over here late in the game from up here on the wing down to the post. I mean, you guys have a little extra sort of connection there?
Yeah, and halftime, he just told me to just keep feeding them and just find them. So I did that.
How's the second one feel versus the first one?
The second one,
was it harder or easier?
I mean, the road, it was harder, but probably the state game, it was easier.
Yeah, the semifinal game was quite the game, huh?
Yeah, we had Cedar Ridge there. It was a packed crowd, so yeah.
Well, I got to ask you, you're the lone senior on the team.
Yes,
you
sir.
won it last year. What does it mean to kind of go out on a high note like this?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, everybody don't get to do it back-to-back. So, yeah, man.
Should we be looking for these dudes next year, you think?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
They'll be back again?
Yeah, for sure.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, that is our MVP. And Tyrus Reel, great today. And really, the whole family was pretty darn good today.
Well, you got to experience the action all over again next week, right? So watch all the championship games on the PBS app any time, and this is one that you're going to want to go back and watch. What a display of defense from EPC. Tuckerman unable to get the offense rolling.
All right, next up, coming up at 6 o'clock, we got the 3A girls game. That'll be followed by the 3A boys, Lamar and Dover, with that perfect record on the line. 6 o'clock tonight, so come on back and join us then. We're looking forward to bringing it to you. And then we'll bring in the 3A boys game to wrap up day number 1 here at the state championships. For JB Brazil, I'm Justin Acre. You've been watching the Centennial Bank High School Basketball State Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.